guys go out and help do some of the things as well. So how do you feel about Colossians 1:21 and through 23? I mean, how is it speaking to you?
I think it kind of brings up a little bit about what we used to do, and we need
Get
to
back.
leave those things and get back on the right track. So that's what I got out of that first section, and our flesh and our carnal minds, because of what we are exposed to, and that's all you know. So it's up to people to get with, show them a different way,
Right.
A more positive way.
Right.
So because if you don't know, you don't know.
Right. That's right. Anybody else?
Well, right here where it was saying that you were once. See, people need to know that once, we all have a once in our lives. Once you were this, you were not in the word.
Right.
Once you were not interested in becoming, focusing on God seriously.
Right.
We all say, and we have said, even before we became involved more deeply into the Word, oh, I believe in God. Well, I used to say, didn't think no more about it. Somebody come up to you, you believe, oh yeah, I believe in God, and just go on about the business. Not saying it seriously enough. And right there, as it says, you were estranged and hostile in manner.
Right.
And see, we say things because a lot of things are from habit.
Right.
They're not seriously taken in.
That's right.
I know I have.
Right.
And so it said once you were,
That's right.
but you can change.
That's right.
And it can be more in depth in your life, and you take it more seriously. And I like that part, how he used it. You were once. So that's letting me know that you can change. No more. It's gone.
It didn't say permanently, it said once.
Once.
Yeah.
That's a powerful word. Once you were.
That's right.
And like you said, changing habits, like you said, you get in the habit of doing things. I got a real slight testimony from, as you said, as a habit thing. I come from an Italian background, and in Italian, every other word is a curse word, and that's all I heard when I was growing up. I vowed when I was very, very young that I wasn't going to follow that same line. I wasn't going to do the things that I saw my family do. My family, they were rough. So I vowed that I would not curse. And to this day, I do not curse. I don't care how mad you make me. But I mean, it wasn't easy when you're in an environment, like you said, you got to keep your faith. You have to hold on to what you truly believe and what you feel is right. And I didn't feel like that was right. So to this day, I still stand fast with that vow that I made. And one more thing, somebody told my niece that I came to them and I cussed them out. My niece told the girl, she said, I know you lying because my niece doesn't curse. Because I was strong one, and no matter what you did or what you said, I wouldn't curse you. So she told the girl, you were lying, because she knew how strong I was and what I believed.
Right.
So we have to stand like that
That's
in
right.
all our faith.
Yeah.
Stand up for what we feel is right and follow the Bible, because it tells you the right things to do.
That's right.
And how to do them.
That's right.
So that's what kept me through all of that.
That's good. That's a good testimony.
And she never heard you do that. You didn't do it around her.
No,
And she has never heard you do it. So when the person said it,
she knew she was
she
lying.
closed her ears. She said, no, that's not so.
Right, because that's not something
I'm
that
not going to
I do.
believe that.
Right, right.
That's,
But anytime you know when people are trying to follow the true word.
That's right.
Because it reflects on their everyday
That's
life.
right.
That's right.
And so, like I said, that was just something that somebody tried to badmouth me and it didn't work. because they knew how I was. And just like when you walk around, people can look at you and tell,
Yeah, that's
you know,
right.
what you all about.
That's right.
You know, and if you got that light shining on, they're gonna see it.
That's right.
They're gonna see it.
They-
Whether you know it or not, you'd be surprised at what you can, that people are watching. And they're watching what you do. And then people begin to imitate what you do, especially if they see
You doing the
progress.
right thing.
Okay, no problem.
You need some help on it.
You got it. I see it.
Yeah, people, you know, they opinionate you before
Right,
they even know you really.
right.
But you'd be surprised who's watching.
You wanna move this so you can sit here?
Well, yes, you follow the law, you know,
Hey, Mr. Milton, come on in.
we got you a seat right here, right up front.
Right beside the daughter-in-law.
Is that okay? Did you wanna sit somewhere else?
I'll sit in my
We
chair.
gotta keep you on camera, we videotaping.
No.
Okay, so wherever you feel comfortable.
Well,
I believe we got you hemmed in, don't we? We got you hemmed in right there.
how about I sit here?
That'd be fine. Be careful. There you go.
This is, we're reading Colossians if you want. I've already opened it to the page.
Oh.
And this is the paper. Okay.
So, we were discussing, and I think, Renee was saying about how she held on to the virtue of not cursing and, you know, following God's way of doing things. And Belinda was talking about once we were alienated from God, but that gives us a chance to be, that means we have a chance. And our chance is through the cross, amen?
Amen.
Did you want to have anything you
No,
want to
no,
share?
no.
Okay, just want to listen right now, okay. I want to read Galatians 2:20. It says, I have been crucified. If y'all want to follow along, y'all can.
Is it 2:20?
Galatians,
Okay.
not Colossians, Galatians.
Oh, I don't know that.
Well, we'll take the time to look at Galatians 2:20. I have that other Bible. This Bible is
You want mine?
The-
Oh, mine.
this one. Yeah. This is the women's Bible, but it's kind of hard.
I'm
It's
sorry,
got a lot
what
of
was
pictures.
it again? It was Galatians?
Galatians 2:20. Mhm. It's hard to find when you don't have your own Bible. Thank you.
I had to go to the front.
Yeah, me too. With this one, I
And
don't.
that was Galatians 2:20. Okay.
Everybody got it?
Yes.
Galatians 2:20. Belinda, you want someone, when y'all want to read that? Anybody want to read that?
I can read it. I have been crucified with Christ. It is no longer I who live, but Christ lives in me. And the life which I now live in the flesh, I live by faith in the Son of God, who loved me and gave himself for me. That's what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't even, I don't see that well, so that's why I'm sorry.
No, you did it, that's it. And, yeah, I have been crucified with Christ, because once we accepted Christ as our Savior, our sins and all that, they were crucified with Christ. And that's why we live the life we do. We live a better life. When we get saved, we are transformed. We can't be the same people we were before we got saved. There's gotta be some transformation that takes place. You know, it's gotta move from the head to the heart, you know, and we gotta know who God is and that what God can do for us and all He does for us, you know. We were crucified, and we have to remember that we are crucified with Christ. And it's no longer us who live, but it's Christ that lives through us. That's why she said she wasn't cursing no more, because Christ is living through her. She's not, you know, and we ought to be able to, like, if we you know, you get ready to say something wrong or do something wrong, something you'll tell you, that's not, you know, don't do that, that's not good, you know what I mean? And that's the Holy Spirit within us telling us, you know?
Right, and I think too, as we as ministers to others around, you know, we want to show that part of God in us, especially young people.
Right.
So we're not cussing and doing all that.
Right.
We want to show that, you know, we want to live like Christ would have us to live.
Right.
You know, back in our day, we wasn't allowed to cuss, no way, but anyway, but the younger generation now, you know, and I tell them like, you don't say that. That's not good.
That's right.
And I say, we have said, you know, as ministers to those who don't know or haven't been taught or haven't been trained, in this day and time, honey, there's a lot of ministries out here because a lot of them don't go to church.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm on cases all the time, heaven and hell. So I stopped learning. I said, now you got to learn, boy, you went. I get rough up with the younger
No, you
generation.
have to.
And wrecks and stuff, you got to think, you know, you don't want to go to hell. You know,
Right.
they accepted Jesus Christ. I mean, kind of preach to them because we are carrying on the work of the in the church.
That's
The
right.
younger generation don't want to go.
Well,
to
we
something.
are the word to build
Yeah.
up. That's
Yeah,
what
so
we're
I
supposed to
think
do.
there's something we make up a little bit, they cuss around me, they get upside the head.
Remember, we were young too. And who did we pattern ourselves? The old people.
That's right.
And I'm saying the old people know better.
Mm-hmm.
That's who I used to talk to. All of them. First.
The younger generation, you know, like you said, the younger generation, they don't even have respect for themselves.
All their
So,
parents.
and
They don't,
it really, and sometimes I wonder, does it start with the parents? If their parents didn't go to church, then obviously the children's not gonna go to church, and then their children's not gonna go to church. You gotta
Right.
kind of get somebody that has to break the cycle, and that's what I said I was gonna do, I was gonna break the cycle. But,
Right.
you know, they still need help.
Right.
You know, somebody still needs to be there and teach them.
Right.
Because they haven't get it at home, so like you say, it's up to us to minister to them,
Right.
to teach them, you know, the right way or things that shouldn't be said. You can't tell
Right.
them, you can tell them not to say it, but sometimes with children, when you tell them not to do something, they do just the opposite.
Right.
You know, they just have that rebellious spirit.
That's right.
But, yeah, they need us to help guide them.
Now, a lot of young people pick up on their friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they start hanging with friends that do have a Christian background. And I've known that to happen.
Right.
And they didn't come out of the household,
Right.
but yet that was their best friend.
Right.
And that friend speaks of going to church,
Right.
going to Sunday school, having youth things.
Positive
The
influence.
influence
That's right.
that children hang on
That's right.
has a big thing too, even
Right.
though the household doesn't give the light.
Right.
Right.
But they go to school and look how long they're in school with other students.
Right.
They have a big impact. Kids have an impact on each other.
That's right.
They have a greater impact than what you think.
Right.
And so sometimes, somewhere there, the Lord that child carries that to school because he's trained in it.
Right.
And Johnny is his good friend. But Johnny don't know about going to church, man. And he can, no, don't you do that. No, we
Right.
don't do that. And you'd be surprised how many kids pick up on a good friend in school
Right.
and have gone back home and said, you know, my friend is so and so, and he doesn't do that, or he doesn't.
Right.
His parents.
Right. That's true.
So when they go over to spend the night with other kids,
Mm-hmm.
They're learning.
and they're learning. They're so used to all this profanity not such a good
Yeah,
environment.
right,
But when they come into that home, that parent,
right,
that child's parent, go say, now, you don't do that here.
right. That's right, they will.
They will speak it up.
Yeah.
Now, if you're good friends to my son,
Mm-hmm.
you might come back and you might not come back. It depends on how that child receives it.
Right.
That's right.
But you'd be surprised how many kids take on the other kids and they end up going to church.
So even the little kids ministry.
Yeah, that's it. See, that's the training.
Mhm.
Because the Bible says what? Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he gets old,
Mhm.
he will not
That's what you talking about?
He'll stray. He'll stray now. We're not perfect. We all are sinful people. We all come out of sin. The sin of a human person. We came from sin, Adam and Eve.
Right.
But the Bible says now he might stray, but train him up,
Right.
and he will not forget those teachings.
Amen.
Now, that's what I'm talking about. You know that Paul and the disciples all were teaching adults not to fall in the trap.
That's right.
And you can think how
That's all right. Take your
Yeah.
time.
I'm telling you, it's the older people that we go to first.
Right. Yeah.
In other words, train him the way that he should go, and he won't stray. He's talking about adults.
Right. Right.
I'm sorry.
No, this is for everybody.
Yeah, but I understand what you're saying. But the child heard although somebody that's young, he or she heard.
They imitate what they hear.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
Right.
In other words, we all in other words, we come here not knowing a thing.
That's right.
And gradually you'll understand. Good or bad.
Good
Right.
right.
But hopefully, when people pray that
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
They pick up everything,
Yeah.
whether it's good or bad.
Right.
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 Yeah, baby picks up on bad habits.
They do.
You say things around a baby, a toddler. You said enough.
Yeah.
That toddler's gonna start saying it too. And you know what they do? When
And
company comes,
Not even
they
knowing
say
what it
those
is.
words. And you say, don't you say that, I'm gonna give you a whipping. But where did that child get that? And
That's what I'm. That's exactly right. Because my mom said her great niece, great niece, 3 greats I think, called the grandma the B word, and the little girl's 2 years old.
See what I'm saying?
Somebody else.
That's it.
So we have to be mindful. That's what I was saying before. We have to be mindful of what we say and what we do, because we never know who's watching. We always want to give them the right impression, the right way to go.
That's right.
Because it's easy to pick up on the bad things, and everybody, kids especially, pick up on bad things so much faster.
That's right.
So we have to always be mindful, because you never know who's watching us.
Good word.
And then they could be watching us all the time. They may pick up some of the ways that we do. in that positive light.
That's right.
I know when my daughter, the youngest one, she was in school and her friends, they knew that she was trying to live right and talk to God, and they would have questions for her.
Right.
And they would call her, like, either later on at night or something like that, and she'll say, they'll ask her certain questions, and what does the Bible say, you know? And she'll say, well, let me call you back. And she would always look it up.
Yeah.
And get,
But that's the right thing to do that.
Yeah, she
Like,
said-
I tell people the same thing,
Yeah.
I'll call you back and
That's
let
what she
you,
said. She said, let me call you back. And
Yeah.
they always looked to her
Right,
for answers to some of the questions that they had, because they knew that she studied a lot.
right.
You know, and studied her Bible a lot.
Wow.
Read.
She was here for that purpose and reason.
Yes, she did. She was. She was.
Yeah. Yeah.
She did. She did what she's supposed to do. And they loved her for that, because she wouldn't sugarcoat anything
Right.
for
We
them.
should.
You know, she would make it sound good for them to be able to do what they
Understand.
wanted. And she tell them it was wrong is wrong.
That's
you know.
right. That's right. And that's the problem. We kind of pacify people and say, well,
Yeah.
it ain't that bad. No, what you're doing is wrong.
Right.
You know, you can't be of the world, live in the world, and be of God too. You
Yeah,
can't
right.
straddle the fence. You have to choose what life you're gonna live. But a lot of
Right.
people, they just like, well, I'm gonna do this right now. I'm not ready to clean my life up.
Mhm.
But you don't know what's around the corner. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's not promised for
Yeah.
any of us. You know.
Yeah.
So you can't just keep lagging around and playing around. You know.
And I think